Yes, guys, welcome from me, Challenge Manager 0102, a player profile for you. This is a request. A couple of requests come in, and it's someone I probably thought I should have done by now, to be honest with you. So this was actually a really good call, how this escaped me, to be honest with you, because there's a lot to say on this bastard. So, as you can see right in front of you, right there, Nicolas, Anelka, Sulk, as he's quite often known, and that's in probably CM and in real life. And it's really ironic, really, because the way he was created in CM, they're brilliant, because he turned into a real cunt in real life as well. We'll start with him in CM, because as you all know, he will fuel a move after one appearance. Even not even an appearance, he's an absolute nightmare to buy. That is the bottom line. He's a nightmare to purchase. However, if you're playing as a little team, so let's take Russian and Diamonds for example. You start with the money, you get them promoted to the second tier. Let's say you go up from 3 to 2 to 1. You can probably get Anelka, because he's always unhappy. You can probably get him for half of his value. And the bottom line is, despite how unhappy he gets, he very rarely, I don't know if ever, will go AWOL, but he will score goals. He will get you loads of goals. And if you are a little team, you will then get that offer for him of a big money. You can probably quadruple what you pay for him easily. Let's look at him then. You can see I've fired up here a 10-season game. So he starts out then, as we all know, he starts out at PSG. And as you can see, he didn't actually do too bad in terms of average rating. But season 2, got to move to Liverpool on exchange. And Liverpool, that would have been me. I'd have got him. I was going to say, that's a strange one. So I got him, and then I left Liverpool, and then he left Liverpool and went to Leverkusen, as you can see. And he's very prolific. Now, you can see, it's interesting really, because there ain't as many moves here as what I thought there might have been. But you can see there, Celta Vigo. So there you go, for 2007-8, he started out at Dortmund, he moved to Celta, he moved to Celtic. That will be within sort of the end of the season, I'd say, because he had no games. Yeah, the window would have opened before, yeah. So, he's very prolific. I mean, look at that season there for Celtic. Have I got Scotland Open? I haven't got Scotland Open, actually. So, it's not the greatest reflection. But, I mean, let's have a look at him. He's actually happy at the minute, which is quite a rarity. Yeah, he will cause you issues. Now, if you've got the patience, he will get you goals. It's a fact. He will get you goals. Now, let's talk about him as a real person. He was a pain in the arse. And I think his overall attributes, his overall stats, emphasise what a wasted talent he was. I mean, he had in total over 500 odd games and 157 goals. Now, that's nothing to scream about when you're an out-and-out striker, and when you had the ability that he had. Because the bottom line is, he had ability. He started out in terms of let's start with him as a youth. He started out for Trapay in 1983, so aged 4 years old. He's actually the same age as me. So really. Started well young. I think Jimmy Savile was in charge of Trapay at the time, and he was at Trapay for 10 years before moving to Clermont-Ferrand, and then 2 years there in the youth setup before going to PSG, 95 to 96, and then 96 to 97. 16, 17 years of age, he broke into the Paris Saint-Germain team for 10 games, which is pretty fucking incredible. And of course we all know where he went to in 1997. Now he was billed as the best thing since sliced bread when Arsene Wenger brought him over. But to be fair to Arsene Wenger, he had a lot of ability, in my opinion, and not everyone would share that view. Went to Arsenal in 1997 and was there for 2 years, 65 games, 23 odd goals before moving to Real Madrid. We get to 2001. Start that again. So he goes to Real Madrid in 99 to 2000. From Real Madrid, he goes to Paris Saint-Germain in the year 2000, 2002. So he's back at Paris Saint-Germain. So he's already gone full circle at such a young age. He then has a loan spell at Liverpool, which was a fucking disaster. 2002, he then goes to Manchester City. It wasn't too bad of a record in respect of 37 goals in 89. And you always know when a player is on a downward spiral of his career when they end up going to Turkey. Apologies to any Turkish teams fans, but he ends up going to Fenerbahce in 2005. 2006, he then ends up at Bolton Wanderers. What the fuck is that all about? 21 goals in 50 odd appearances. 2008, he ends up at Chelsea for another 125 games between 08 and 2012. 2012, he then goes to Shanghai. Now, so what we're looking at? 10 years ago, 11 years ago, that's where the money was, wasn't it? The Chinese Super League. That being said, in the second part of that season, he was at Shanghai. He had a loan spell at Juventus. 2013 to 14, where did he go? He was at West Bromwich Albion, of course. And then 2014 to 2015, he ends up finishing his career in India, where he plays for Mumbai City, 13 games and 2 goals. For France, from 1998, so he broke into France really early as well, 69 games, 14 goals. He did go into the French in the 20s as well. Managerial career, now this is interesting really, because I just said to you about the Shanghai thing, and he took a loan spell at Juventus in the second half of that season. However, he was player coach at Shanghai. When he was at Mumbai City, he was playing... Excuse me. Just died over it, don't worry about me. Mumbai City, he was a player manager. In 2018-2020, so when he'd hung up his boots, he was a youth manager of Lille. In 2021, Hyries Football Club, a French shitty little team, we'll call them, he was a sports director. I would like to know what the fuck is a sports director. Who knows? He is currently the Lille youth team manager. So, I don't have anything against, managers, coaches, doing the rounds, doing youth, that sort of stuff. But I haven't googled up what happened at Mumbai City. Clearly something happened, didn't it? The fact that he went on loan to Juventus. I mean, he's a fucking disgrace. He's a cunt, isn't he? And if I remember rightly, correct me if I'm wrong here, because I could be. When he left Arsenal to go to Real Madrid, like they all do, right? It's my dream to play at Real Madrid or Barcelona, and you just think, you fucking cunt. Arsene Wenger really, did a lot for him. He made him part of that. When was it Arsenal won the title? 97, 98, weren't it? So he was part of the Arsenal. Was it the Invincibles as well, weren't it? So he's an absolute bastard. He was a real cunt. And for him to get another crack at Liverpool was just fucking... I know it was loan, but what the fuck are Liverpool thinking? So it's really bizarre the way he was in real life and how he was in CM. He was a cunt in both of them. I rated him I rate him in CM because he'll get you goals. As an individual person, he's a fucking prick. But you know what? What can I say? Let's have a look if he's had any injury issues over 10 years in CM. Shame really, I was hoping I might see him with a slipped disc or something, but yeah, no cigar. Right, and that's it from me, guys. If you've got any players you want doing a profile on, let me know. I'll try and add it to the list. I have actually got a fucking list at the minute. Until next time from me, guys, take it easy.